Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more RimWorld, returning to a no-hope playthrough. So, right now, as far as goals go, I would like to finish off the hydroponic farm, but it's pretty much more or less built. We just need to finish off the planters and get the crops planted in there. I don't actually know what I'm going to grow in the planters yet. Probably some more strawberry plants, but I'd also like to diversify the food in case this is the only source of food. And then after that, I think the next goal is to finish up getting the security of the base a little bit more solid, building in the kill boxes, getting more traps installed. As a matter of fact, speaking of the traps, I do want to auto rearm these traps. And we have plenty of stone, so probably I will build the traps first. And then maybe the kill boxes, because kill boxes are going to take a huge amount of resources and a lot of building time. It'll probably take several days to build. And I think at this point, where was that base? Oh, there is a cougar out there, so I have to be mindful. Oh, this guy's needs to be unforbidden. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Oh, this guy all the way over here. Not really sure how this guy died. I wonder if that was the guy with the shotgun. Because that was a ways away from the combat zone. But another thing that I like to do is just claim all these things so that we can deconstruct them. So we still have a fair amount of steel out here. I think that's about it. So let's switch over to the deconstruct order. Have all these deconstructed. All right. And it's now nighttime, so we might as well speed through the night. Now, all this hauling that we have to do is going to delay today's work. There's still a lot of steel out there. But I am looking forward to bringing that steel in and seeing how much we have, because right now we have quite a lot. As a matter of fact, do we still have the mining jobs out there? No, we don't. Ooh, is that some compacted machinery? I don't think I was aware of this before. Or maybe I just didn't notice it. Alright, so I may want to, I think, draft Luke and kill that cougar now while I'm thinking about it, so it doesn't attack somebody like Han, who can't really defend themselves. I'm going to let him finish that meal preparation. I kind of like, I'm not sure I like the fact that we have him going off to do this and we're not making the meals, because the meals are pretty important. Maybe I should have drafted R2-D2 because she's a little less important. We do also have a lot of stuff to haul, so she's going to be busy. Alright, I do have to keep in mind this is very dangerous what I'm about to do. But hopefully Luke is a good enough of a shot. Okay, we did manage to down it barely before it got to him. Alright, now you can be undrafted, and you might as well haul the corpse if you're going to be right next to it. Alright, well that gives us a little bit more meat to stretch our food. As a matter of fact, we were running out of meat. So, more than likely what's going to happen here is Luke's going to haul the cougar and then finish his cooking. And then after that happens, the bill to continue making fine meals will complete. So then he'll move on to butchering the cougar, and then we'll continue with more fine meals. We also have the corn crop coming in, which currently is filling up our fridge. Matter of fact, I'm a little bit concerned that the fridge is going to be too full here if we don't get somebody on cooking right now. Han has a minor break risk. I wonder why. Let's take a look at him. So it's very hot outside. Let's take a look at the outside temperature. 105. Maybe it's what he's wearing. He is wearing a parka. We're going to have to tell him to take that off. There, that should take care of that. And then we'll unforbid that. I don't know if there's anybody else wearing parkas, but definitely we have an issue with jackets. So right now, he's probably a lot better off. He's just hot rather than very hot. Also, he's been insulted a couple times by other people. We do have some, I think, maybe abrasive people. Okay, so right now, we have an issue where we don't have enough fridge space. We're going to have to cook like absolute mad here. As a matter of fact, they propped the door open, which is bad because that's going to mean our fridge is not refrigerated anymore. As a matter of fact, there's some corn that was left out. I don't know. Corn normally does not deteriorate that quickly. But it is being left out, which is bad. I'm actually not sure why it was left here like that. What I may have to do here, and I don't really like this idea, is I may have to pull an all-nighter cooking the food. Because we're 1 hour away from going to bed, and our fridge is entirely overwhelmed here with supplies. Okay, so Luke's going to want to go to bed. I'm going to have him cook for a few more hours because I just don't like the situation of having our fridge door propped open for several hours on end. I don't like the situation of having meat left out of the fridge, which is going to spoil very quickly if we don't do something about it. We don't have much meat left to... Well, I don't know. It does take about 5 meat, so that's a lot of meals he's going to have to make. I mean, this is really not a good idea. We're going to be really hurting Luke here. As a matter of fact, we don't have even the fridge space for the fine meals at this point. What I could do is get rid of the nutrient paste because nobody's eating it anyway. Now, when the cows wake up in the morning, they will eat through a lot of these vegetables, so that should help. But I just don't like the fact that these things are being left out. Corn lasts a very long time. I could probably just put it in our normal storage. But that'd be kind of a pain in the butt to do. Maybe it's a better idea. Now, there's one bit of meat here is actually causing me a little bit of an issue. Alright, first off, let's take a look at Luke here. His needs. He's going to need to eat some food here very shortly, so I'm probably going to clear his prioritization, have him eat. And he's very tired. The problem is, I need to keep cooking while he sleeps. So I'm going to suspend the fine meals. Kind of sucks because... Oh, well, the cow ate that. This cougar meat's going to go bad, though, while Luke is sleeping. Now C-3PO should start cooking. There we go. Get her on the meat. Get her making simple meals. Okay, so we just finished our machining research. So let me take a look here. I don't think I would like mortars at this point. I think I'm going to go with the cremation for now. And I think it's probably high time that we start building some other things here. What do we got going on here? So we still have more food that we just got from the strawberries, but unfortunately, we don't have anywhere to put it. I mean, this is not a problem that I'm really that upset that I have, but I'm going to have to increase the size of my fridge now. We have a lot more colonists than we had in the past, and we definitely need either another fridge or a bigger one. Making it bigger isn't going to be that big of a deal, but it could take some doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out an area like that so that we have room to expand it. Now the downside here is I'm going to have to adjust R2-D2's mining priority. Oh, not R2-D2, I'm sorry, C-3PO. So I'm going to put her down on a 4 just for now, so she continues to cook while Luke is asleep. Because the more we cook, the faster the storage situation will be less of a problem. Problem is, we still have a lot of food that is outside the fridge, so... What are you up to? Alright, I'm suspending that job. So R2-D2 stops. I mean, I really honestly need that stone cutting, but we're actually at a point where I think we're going to be okay. We're still building these. What is Han? Okay, Han is doing our growing. I have not selected what I want to do with these planters yet. Probably would be a good idea. Does look like I do need to extend the power lines a little bit here. Is that snow? Oh, toxic fallout. That's bad. It's actually good that we got the crops in when we did, because the toxic fallout will probably kill everything. If I remember correctly. Okay. A distant chemical fire has released a plume of poison over the entire region. Any person or creature not under a roof will be slowly sickened by the toxic dust settling out of the atmosphere. It will last for anywhere between a few days to over a month. Okay, so what we're going to do... We've already restricted the animals inside. Although sometimes they ignore that. I think we restrict them. The problem is we do not have a corridor to get from our hydroponic farm to the rest of our base right now. And that's something I probably should do. So, right now, I'm going to say restrictions area 2. But I'm going to very quickly, and I'm going to try and prioritize this. I'm going to try and build a corridor so that we can get over here but not be exposed. The only thing about this is it will block this turret, which I'm not really particularly happy about. But I also realize this is going to be a big problem for us. I'm really not happy about this situation either way we look at it. Well, we have a lot of wood. Wood's easy to build with, and we can always cut it down, break it down later. Something like that. I'm going to cancel here and here for doors. This is a temporary structure for now. And And on, it doesn't really matter. Just go ahead and prioritize working on this. As a matter of fact, what I can do, zone area, go to area 1. If we restrict them to only area 1 and we include this corridor, that even though it's not built yet, into area 1, they should be able to do this construction, and that should override any other job. So why don't we do that? Restriction, switch to area 1. That keeps everybody inside and out of the toxic gases. Now, that does mean that we'll probably lose a lot of crops. Let's just see how this is affecting people. Toxic buildup initial. So we want to get rid of that if we can. We may have some idle people. Okay, yeah. We do have room in our fridge now. And I think simple meals is the right course of action because I don't think we can even make fine meals at this point. Also, you are the wrong person to be cooking. Do something else. Can you come over here and prioritize working on that, please? Luke, prioritize cooking. Because you're the better cook. I do want to clear this prioritization, though. Oh, you asshole. Okay. Craft. You. Cook. You. Undraft. There we go. Now we got him doing the job we want him to be doing. What did I just... What? Draft. Prioritize. Did I turn his cooking down or something? I might have. Let's take a look at him. Luke, where are you? You are... Cook. You're number 1. R2D2. I do want to get your mining back up to 2. Granted, we can't expand the fridge like I wanted to. How about you, you walk over this way for me? Okay, I'm going to clear your prioritization. But now you should just do it. Okay, now you're undrafted. Do something else. Thank you. Okay, we almost have this corridor closed off. And we should stop seeing the toxic effects. I'm trying to think who would be the most affected. Probably Han and Old Ben have been out in for a while. Where is Han? Yeah, so he just has a little bit. Okay. I don't think... Did we ever finish these power lines? I don't think we did, so there's that. And we did grow potato plants because I did not convert. So I should probably pick what else we want to do. So I'm going to do strawberry plant here. I'm going to do a couple things of heal root, just so we have an alternative place for that. And then the other planters aren't built yet. So I'll probably do another strawberry plant down here. Should I make this rice instead? I feel like I should make it rice instead. Because rice is pretty quick, and we have all the conditions we want. I'll leave it potatoes. It's fine. So I think strawberry bushes, potatoes. What was that noise? Sounded like a pig or a rat or something died. We have a flash storm. Okay, so it's affecting over there. Hopefully it doesn't affect anywhere else. Like, hopefully it doesn't hit that, because that would be bad. Okay, let's see. Well, I don't know if it really matters. I'm just going to do carpet making, just to give us an alternative. Alright, so everybody's in bed for the most part, except R2-D2, who is doing... Okay, about to go to bed. Good. We still don't have Chewbacca a bedroom at this point, but with the toxic fallout, not a whole lot I can do. There is a fire over here, but this being a desert, it's not going to really spread all that much. That is the one thing about a desert that's good, is that fires don't really spread out of control for the most part. It does look like the toxic fallout is killing the plants, as I thought it would. Although, if it ends relatively soon, it will not kill all of them. This is why we have these hydroponic farms, is to ensure that things like this don't wipe us out. Now, granted, we have a lot of cooking still to do of food. And we have a lot of potential meals out of the food that we currently have. And I don't think it really matters who's doing the cooking at this point, as long as people are not idle. Which we do have somebody idle right now. That's Old Ben, because Old Ben doesn't have anything to do. Because all of the construction projects he could be doing are outdoors. We could lower his restriction just while he's idle. Go to Area 2, and maybe he'll do some mining for us. We'll keep him out there short term. Let me take a look at the zone, though, because I don't think it's covering where I want it to cover. Yeah, see, it needs to go like this. And then he should be fine. So he should start mining or growing or anything productive. But we'll try and keep an eye on him and make sure that he is not going outside for long durations. And as long as we're just doing Old Ben, it keeps him out of trouble. I really don't want him to be growing, though. I want him to be mining. So, unassigned to mining. Work. Okay, so Old Ben is probably the worst person for this. What is your mining skill? A 1. Alright, well, you have now been upgraded. Go mine. I'm going to clear the prioritization. Okay, work. Grow. Turned off. Okay. Now he's going to mine. Now we have 2 colonists idle. C-3PO and Han. They already have mining, so let's unrestrict them. So C-3PO and Han have nothing to do. I did not get to select the plants that I wanted to grow, did I? For the most part, I did. I am going to switch this, though, to strawberry plant. And you prioritize. Okay. He is going to grow, which is going to, I guess, counteract some of the killing of the crops. How's your health? You have an initial toxic buildup, so I'm going to restrict you to Area 1. No problems yet. On a little bit, so I'm going to restrict you as well. Back to Area 1. So mostly it's just C-3PO that is able to go outside. We'll keep an eye on her health. Alright, she now has initial buildup. I'm going to go ahead and restrict her back. It's going to be hard to keep these guys doing what they need to do. Because I really can't give them things to do outside of continuing to mine. Which in theory I could do just to give them something to do. I could mine out here, but I really don't have a reason to do that. Kind of frustrating because the things I want to do are all outdoors. Cows, cut it out. Getting toxic fallout. Alright, we are into fall now, too, so... It did say toxic fallout could last up to a month, so... Hopefully we don't see that, but it is possible. On the upside, we are doing quite well from yields. As far as times that toxic fallout could have happened, it wasn't necessarily a bad time for that. Cargo pods. Jump to the location. Did we ever pick up all that steel? Looks like we did. We just never did the deconstruct jobs. And I shouldn't have gone anywhere, because now I don't remember where the pods just landed. Whoops. I guess I'm going to have to look around the map. I didn't think that they were... Oh, here they are. I see them. I didn't think they were that far away. Okay, so we're going to have to haul this stuff. Who's up? Luke. Okay, Luke. I'm going to unrestrict you. And we're going to send you over. Luke. Send you over. Prioritize that hauling. Okay, one thing I don't know. I do have... Okay, hauling is 1 on everyone. I'm going to wait as people get up. Okay, R2-D2 is a terrible cook. Or not a very good one. So I'm going to go ahead, draft her. And then restrictions, going to unrestrict her. Because clearly she feels like she has nothing better to do. Well, she decided to meditate. But now she should go out and help haul. And I'm going to restrict at this point. Because battering down that wall or dismantling is not really a very high priority. I'm just going to go ahead and go right back onto the restriction for Luke. And when R2-D2 comes back in, we'll put her back on restrictions. But yeah, so far this toxic fallout has been frustrating, but it's only, according to this, been around for a couple days. It seems like longer than that, but sometimes when these effects are on you, they seem to take a really, really long time. In any case, I think it's a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.